What's up, friend? It's been a long time.
Hey, that boy looking good. I see you with that velvet suave blue wave cap. Ah!
I had to do something, I ain't get a chance to do nothing to my hair, so I here be present for my friend and stuff. How you been though? You been good?
Yeah, man, I've been good. I've been good. Been blessed, just working, always, still trying to reach them dreams.
We all chasing it. I know that feeling. Know that know
um,
that feeling.
well, I definitely appreciate you for joining me on this White Liquor podcast. This is a very special series, the Black Fatherhood series, and
Yeah.
I was going through people that I know, black men who are present for, children and whatnot. And you came to my mind because I was like, yo, if I don't have nobody on here, I need to have Dominique on here because that
Yeah.
boy took care of multiple kids that was not his and got
Yes.
them kids out the system.
Yes, I
I
did.
mean, this went on, I don't even know for how many years.
It was all together probably about 7 years. I gave
7 years.
years.
And how old were you when you first took them in?
I was 23 when I took him in.
This man spent
So
his whole 20s taking care
yeah,
of somebody else's kid.
I was 20. It was kind of crazy how it happened. My auntie, she had issues with alcohol and stuff like that. So, they took her kids away, and it was actually supposed to be my mom and me going in, but we just couldn't get it together. Like it was kind of like she's my mom, but I'm their guardian, and it's like, okay, I listen to you, but I'm your mama, so you listen to me, and so it was like, look. So it ended up just being me, and I think she had back surgery, so she couldn't really do it anyway. So I was left to do it.
Fast the way she needed to. She couldn't.
Yeah, yeah. But
Oh God. Well, how old were they, and how many of them was it? Was it three?
it was two. Well, I was gonna take in a third, but it was just too much because it was a baby. Like she was literally 3 weeks old when she was taken from my mom.
Wow.
So I got them when they were 10 and 12, and I had them from um 10 to 17 and 19. So yeah.
Those are crucial years.
Yes, those are. But it was kind of hard though because it was like, a lot of times that 0 to 10 though is really where you really mold a child. You know what I'm saying? You teach them what's right and wrong. You teach them what to do and not to do. But I didn't really get that chance to kind of instill morals in them that they should have. Their mom. Well, I don't want to bash. They didn't have a lot of rules before they came to me, so it really kind of, it was a challenge.
Yeah.
Definitely was a challenge.
I can just see it now. Like they go from their mom seeing her deal with her issues, and I don't
Right,
have no idea what came with that as far as environment or other people who were around. Then you
right,
have the traumatic experience of being taken away, even though that's a bad situation. That's the situation they're familiar with and that they know.
right,
So they're taken away in this system, but thank God a family member with a good heart decided to take them in. And but still, I think I remember you hearing like it was kind of a little battle when they first got there, like, oh, you ain't my daddy type of
oh
situation.
yeah, it was definitely that. It was definitely a lot of that. It was a lot of battling and stuff because, well, it was really because they really, even though their mom, she was a my auntie was a great mother. Like my auntie has 8 kids. When she had 6 kids at one time, right? Before she had gastric bypass surgery. So when she had the gastric bypass, it ended up she always drank alcohol, but when she had the gastric bypass, they made your stomach this small. She could get a little Sutter's home, and she would be
Mm.
like that. So she would drive and everything, and be really drunk. So
Oh wow.
um, I just feel like they held an allegiance to her because she wasn't a bad mom. She never not fed them. She always was a great She really was like the youngest of all the siblings, so she was kind of young and kind of, it just she was doing her thing. But I just think that once she got that alcohol hit her, it was over. So they really still do to this day. They love their mom. They will always ride for their mom. They're always gonna, make sure that she was, which is what I always wanted. I never wanted them to feel bad because of what she did wrong. You know what I mean? I always try to be, look, that's your mama. I don't care what she did. That's your mama. Respect your mama, period. So, that's just what I try to instill in them and keep in them.
Yep. Now, friend, let me ask you something, because I got to keep it 100 with you. What you trying to do with them big ass glasses on?
Look, these some thick ass glasses. I'm telling you, I was about to put my contacts in, but then when I opened my thing, it was dry and my contacts dried out. So I'm like, look, I have these thick ass glasses, so y'all gonna have to pray for me, because if I take them off, I feel like I look cockeyed, because it's like my eyes are trying to figure out where to focus at. But I'm gonna just take them off since you just said something about it.
So this is the thing, right? It's just the glare from the sun. So I don't see nothing but frames. Like I couldn't see your eyes no more.
Right.
I was like, he's looking to my soul.
I'll take them off for you. I'm gonna definitely take the blind. So if these eyes start doing this and stuff, just know they.
No, you look all right.
Okay.
So I want to know, right? As 23-year-old single bachelor, tall. What you is 6'3", 6?
I'm 6.
What you say? You say 6'7"?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, this man is 6'7". All right, and y'all see him. He cute in the face, huh?
Yeah.
You got people now. So what?
Yeah.
What in your spirit? What was in your heart to kind of put your own life to the side and put these kids' needs first?
You know what? I didn't have my dad in my life, and that shit killed. Oh, I don't know. Can we curse?
Good. Be authentic.
Okay. That shit killed me in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up and and my dad was such a big, just a known person. My dad is a known person in life. His name was Maxwell, and for me to everybody just looked up to him, and I'm like, that man, fuck that nigga, he ain't never, but from him being absent in my life, it really fueled me to want to be there for somebody else, because I felt like when I didn't have my dad, that shit killed me. But thank God I have my mom, who doubled up that love. But to not have your mom or your father, because mind you, their fathers were also not in their life as well. The youngest boy, the older boy, had from a married man who he chose to stay with his wife, and his wife chose to stay with him. So he was just like, look, I'll send him a t-shirt on his birthday.
Oh, Lord.
He never wanted to be there. I remember we were in court when they were doing all this stuff for the court. They said, hi, Mr. Napoleon, we're your Fabian's father. Hi, we're in the courtroom trying to hope they click. He hung up in the courtroom. So, and so not to have a mama or a father, I just couldn't have that be their life. And also, I also had two other people who were molested in the system. So, having people who were molested in the system, that was a family member. Prior to that, I wanted to give them a chance. And I was like, hey, I prayed about it, and God told, I just really felt like, God was moving me to do it. I always wanted to feel wanted. You know what I mean? I never really had friends like that. Mm-hmm. I never before you met me, I wasn't very outgoing and stuff, and I really felt alone. So I was like, look, I can have some little kids that I can, have around and, be there for them. So I put myself to the side, and I feel like God was gonna reward me for doing that. When I prayed about it, I felt like He spoke to me and said, if you do this for me, I'm gonna make sure you're gonna be I'm gonna bless you tenfold. So it wasn't really no, thing about it. I just did it.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I'm speechless right now because, like you just said, you can't even get actual biological responsible fathers whose responsibility it is to take care of the kids, and you
Yeah.
step in to really, pick up where their parents fell off, just
Yeah.
to give them a chance at life.
Yeah, I love them. I love them. I remember when I looked into their eyes. I remember when they came, because they just kind of like when they take the kids, they just kind of take them somewhere. So nobody else really has a place to stay. I mean, all my uncles and aunts are in prison, fugitives and all that stuff. So my mom was really the only one that made it out. So they brought them to my mom's house, and I came over there, and we were just trying to when I looked into their eyes when they came there, they came there with garbage bags, black garbage bags, and they had holes in the bottom of their shoes. And to know that I've never came from that, and to see that, and I've always seen shit like that on TV, but I never really seen it in person. And to know that these people have the same blood I do, and they literally don't have no, clothes are all mildewed out. It's horrible. Like, I have to do something about this. I can't sit back and not do something about it. Knowing that I'm blessed and I'm out here. I feel like it takes a village to raise a child. I had to do it. I couldn't look in their face at 10 and 11 today, look up at me, and they gave me those eyes, and I just like I can't let them leave. They can't leave. They can't leave.
Yeah. I'm blown away. And to be honest, I'm actually holding back tears because I love kids, right?
Yes.
And I'm very open in the future to adopting children, especially siblings, especially older kids in the system, for all the same reasons that you just said.
Right.
Not wanting them. If you get siblings that go into the system, a lot of times people don't want or can't handle all the kids, so then they got to split up. Then they get molested and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
Carrying your stuff around in garbage bags, feeling
Right.
like you are garbage because that's what all of your belongings in life are in. And
Right.
the fact, I think that's why we are friends for life, because we
Yes.
kindred hearts, kindred spirits.
Yes.
We just click on a deeper level, and I love you so much.
I love you too. And
I,
we've been like, I remember when the first time I met you, mind you, we both met each other at Sam's Club.
right.
And it's just something about you. I just looked at you, I said, I gotta go talk to her. I don't know, it's something about her. I gotta talk to her. And who would have known that would just spark a friendship for life? We might not talk every day, but I mean, we really were like the same heart. It was like the same person, like somebody who's goofy like me and somebody who just really take pride in things that I take pride in. So I really do hold you close to my heart, even we don't see each other every day, and we going out on, as we go, our paths do this. Just know I'll always be here for you. I love you.
I appreciate that. Means a lot to me because me coming up as an only child and really not having a whole lot of friends. The few friends that I do have are like really like family to me, and I don't even think I told nobody that, but yeah, like
it's really like that.
Yeah,
I like you too. I didn't have a relationship with my father's side of the family and my mom's side of the family. We really didn't work close like that. So, and like I said, I myself didn't have a lot of friends. My one brother I did have in the home, he dogged me out to the world. He dogged me to everybody. So I really can, especially me being gay as well, and trying to navigate that. And in the time when we were growing up, being gay was not accepted. You were a faggot. You were, he was embarrassed of me. So a lot of times we would go to the Boys and Girls Club. People for years didn't even know we washed our ass in the same bathtub.
oh, wow.
So for I'm like you too. I don't keep a lot of friends, but the people I do care about, I keep close because y'all love me for me and I love you for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's really not a lot that's going on today. Have agendas and stuff, but it's never like that with me and you. And I really love that.
Yeah, I mean, and I gotta tell you, I'm really surprised to hear that you didn't have a lot of friends because you're so goofy and seem like you talk to everybody.
I do, but you know what? I'm friendly. I mean, that took a while. That took a while for me to get. I had to really look in that mirror and love myself and really, just kind of know that I don't have shit to prove to nobody. I'm me, and I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna be outgoing. I'm not gonna be mad or sad at the world. I have so much good in my life. I've been through hell and back as a child, and I'm here, and I'm alive, and I'm healthy. If I can give that love and joy to other people, that's what makes me happy. You know what I mean? That's where I draw my happiness from.
Yeah, I will say, like right now in my life, it's about three people. Speaking about my friends, it's about three people who I am like all the way myself with. Like I don't hold back nothing. Like my
Right.
goofiness, my
Yes.
stupidity, because it's in there. My
Yes.
my just everything. Like when I get around you, like we could go a year and a half without
Yeah.
talking. As soon as I pick up that phone or you pick up that phone and call, it's like every day. Like you couldn't tell the difference.
It's just like we never left. And I love that about, I love that you always stay the same. You're the same, real, you're very real. And real people are hard to find. It really is really hard to find real people. And it's sad. So I just really appreciate you for being there and being a real friend through all these years. And even though, like I say, we don't see each other every day, and it might be a year or a year and a half, but there's love there, and we're always there to encourage each other. We're always there to, want better for each other. So I just really love that about us. I really do.
Yeah. And like I mean I could go on and on about that because I mean
Yeah.
you're just a great spirit, heart, man, person, son, everything. Right? But going back to these kids though, because I
Yeah.
remember you talking about having some difficulties in I guess providing. I remember like the
Yes.
money that you had, I remember you were working. I don't know how many jobs at the time you were working, but I
Yeah.
think, I can cut this out if you don't want your business out there, but I think you
No,
had to use like
thing.
food stamps and, the
Yeah.
social worker and just all
Yeah.
kind of resources to feed them. And you just didn't have to. So, I mean, like, what were the struggles in taking in these kids?
Let me tell y'all something about me. I was a sheltered child. I'm not gonna be a lot. I'm not gonna be fake. My mama, if my mama could do it, she was gonna do it for me. I went to the best schools. I went to private school sometimes, because my mom to provide the best. So for me to go from, always having nice cars and stuff like that, and always, doing stuff and putting that to the side, that was, it was a lot to take on at first, because back then when I worked at Sam's before I had my kids, it was for fun to do that. I enjoyed the people I work with. I enjoyed that, but I really needed to work to take care of these kids. Like I was paying $1,000 a month, and I was really making 10, 15 an hour. You know what I mean? So, and not barely making 30 hours, 35 hours. I had other resources that I did have. Thank God I had a annuity that I was getting from my father at the time that kind of softened the blow, but it would never really ever. And also they gave me I think it was $300. They gave me $300 a month. It was really hard to come to over hurdle that. And on top of that, I remember one time, Fabian, the boy, he was like, I don't know why, you should just give us our money. He said that one time, and I just looked at him, and I was really like, if you just really only knew how hard, how much shit I go through, so you can even turn on these lights in here. you to tell me that you want your money? Are you serious? So it was definitely it was a lot. It definitely was a lot. It was challenging. I was on food stamps. I thank God for food stamps. I don't down nobody who have them, because that's what I was on them, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I was on that. I had what else? I had the insurance they gave me too. They did give me insurance, and I thank God for that as well. But yeah, it was a lot. I was negative constantly in the bank account, constantly. I remember there was one time they cut my steps because I guess I didn't renew on time, and I was paying. We were literally eating like noodles for a month straight. Like, we just ate noodles every day, and they never complained, and they never, even though I feel like I let them down sometimes, they always, kept, they understood that, he's trying, I'm here. I always used to tell them that, even when we used to get into it, let me tell y'all something. I love y'all. Just know that. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't go through I never went through this in my life. I never struggled in my life, but this is for you guys. I will struggle to my last breath so y'all can have a chance. So that was definitely hard, and that was definitely challenging for me to go through.
Yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. I mean,
yeah.
And I want to ask you about something. I don't know if it's like too sensitive.
Keep going. Come on. We got here. I don't mind.
I remember vaguely, I think it was the boy who had an issue with, was it his sister and her sexuality? Was that?
Yeah.
And then they also feel some type of way about your sexuality at some
Yes,
point.
I'm glad you brought that up, because it's, even though I'm a man, I'm a gay man, but I'm a man, and at 23 I was barely washing my ass right. Like, I barely was just kind of understanding, just taking care of myself, right? Just learning to kind of get myself together and start to learn, not having a father in my life, then people are like, oh, that's crazy, but it really is. Like, so for me to, but let me get back to the story. But he was my best friend until he found out I was gay. Man, mind you, the whole time I had them, I never was in a relationship. Mm-hmm. So for 7 years, I never brought a man home. I never wanted to bring that lifestyle to them, not because I'm ashamed of it, because I was never ashamed of who I am. I just feel like I want a child to kind of find stuff out naturally, right? Yeah. But once he found out about that, it definitely put a wedge in our relationship. Not so much his sisters, because it did, but it didn't, but she's sneaky. Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all a story about her. Okay. But yeah, he really didn't want me coming to, I put him in football. He didn't want me at football games. He didn't want me to pick him up. He didn't want people, I'm not really gay to the eye, but he just, once he found that out, he just kind of like, okay, you're here just to be here for me. You feed me and stuff like that. But, besides that, he stopped speaking to me. He didn't really show, I tell him I love him. All right. Yeah. And I really, I tell the kid I love him, that's just what it is. But yeah, it was, yeah. And even to this day, I feel like he still has he still has an issue with that, but I can only be me. So, hey, yeah. I'm not apologizing for who I am.
Do you know if something ever happened to him, like before he got to you, and that's why he felt some type of way?
He never told me that. He's never told me that. I don't think they've ever been molested. I don't think there's ever been a time where something has happened to him. And if something did happen, he needs to, I would have loved him to tell me, because that's something we could have related on. Because, as a child, I was touched while my mom was in school trying to get us out the hood. And she, my brother was with his dad in Georgia, and I was the only one there. And I got touched from a man that, when my mom was just trying to make a way for me. So, I wish if that did happen to him, I apologize. I hope that didn't happen to him, but I just he just never told me about anything. He never wanted to talk to me about anything. He just wasn't. He just didn't want to hear about it. He didn't really want too much to do with me after that. Once he found out, I think somebody told him, and somebody in the neighborhood, I think somebody older told him about it, and you know.
Well, the only thing I have to say about that is, obviously, like you're doing, don't feel bad about yourself or nothing like that.
Right.
You never really know why people feel how they feel about certain things.
Right.
One thing that I'm sure of is that whether he likes you, respects you, or whatever, or he got to respect you because it ain't no way he can't because
Right.
he knows what you did for him and his sister. So there's no way that he could not respect you at least for that. And I'm sure that he's grateful for it, no matter if he shows it or not. 'Cause I mean, and
He,
even if you don't see it now, what happened?
he, he's not the one to show emotion either. He's definitely not the one to show emotion. He never really was. So I think I heard him cry one time. I think I seen him cry one time, and that was when I really reached out to his dad to by this time I had him by he was like 15 and 16. I was like, look, let's try and reach out to your dad. You know what I'm saying? I want him to be in your life. I want, you to at least get to know him. I mean, it's a shame, even though y'all were made in marriage from somebody else, that don't take away what he could be to you. Mm-hmm. But I reached out and he didn't answer, and I think he changed his number. And I think that was the only time I seen him cry. I think I seen him cry 2 times. Mm-hmm. And he's very hard shell too. He's not the one to show his emotion. If you ever hurt his feelings, he will never show it. So,
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That can be a very tough thing, which is why I actually do this podcast, so that people who are experiencing similar situations can learn from other people,
right?
Breakthroughs. And that's I don't want to get too far off topic, but that's one thing that I really hate for men, and especially Black men, is that y'all just like. If you cry, you saw.
We were built to not show emotion. If we show emotion, you're weak. You know what I mean? You even to me, like, I'm not a crier like that. I don't show my emotion like that. Only my mother can get my tears. I'm not gonna be like that either. So, even as a gay man, I'm very emotionless when it comes to not letting you know that, hey, I might let you know, like, hey, you did some fucked up shit, but I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna be soft and show you my soft side. That's just not how we were supposed to be programmed, or at least that's what we were taught. I
feel like it's just detrimental because they tell you not to show these emotions, but what nobody can teach you is how not to feel the emotions. You still feel it because you're human. You feel me?
Right.
You feel the sadness, the anger, the sometimes feeling not good enough, feeling not, unattractive, low confidence. You guys still experience these things the same way women do, but you have no space to express it and just be like, damn, like, I'm really not okay. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's very oppressive to a human spirit. Like, people need to be free to feel things and get it out so you can get over it and you're not stuck in it,
right.
Like, bottled up. And I hate that that's a thing for men. And it's just terrible. So I hope, for your what's he, your nephew? Your cousin?
Yeah, he's my cousin, but I call him my nephew because I raised him. So I'm like, that's my nephew.
Yeah.
When I was school, I'm like, look, I'm here to pick up my nephew. Okay, where's he at? So
yeah, I'm hoping, for his sake and his internal freedom, if that's a thing, it's a thing, but that's what his internal freedom, that he can get that understanding, so he don't have to feel like he's less of a man by expressing those emotions. But Yeah, I mean, you kind of touched on it a little bit. I was going to ask you, how did you know, like, what to do, like how to raise them, like how to discipline them, what to talk about with them, you know, what to prepare them for, what to teach them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I just kind of took a page out my mama book. My mama was very much my mama was a stern woman. She loved me, but she was very stern on me. And if she was going through something, she was gonna let us know something. You know what I mean? If look, y'all, look, shit is real over here. Money's getting low, da, 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 da. Or if she were to, so I would always keep them in the loop of everything that's going on. Like, look, I understand that, your friends have Jordans and stuff and 300 pair of shoes, but that's just not how I'm set up. Like, I would love to shower y'all with the world. I remember one time Fabian said, you're only nice to us at tax time. And I'm like, well, if you really only knew, that's the only time I can splurge on y'all is tax time. So it's yeah, I would always I would keep it real with them. I'm not gonna lie to you, I would keep it real with them. At first, I tried to be their friend at first, and I had to, you sometimes when you first get them, you want to be their friend. At first, you want to be the cool uncle and stuff like that. Then they kind of take it and run with it, and you be like, oh, wait, whoa, you got me fucked up. So you know what I'm saying? So I was their friend at first, that I had to turn into a parent, which I should have just been a parent from the beginning. And then they went to trying, they was trying it. They went to, when they get, when you get to smelling it, later on, they went to trying it. So, but I've always kept it real with them, though. Anything that I was going through, I would keep it real with them. From, finances, I sat them down and say, look, this is what I get. And this is our bill. So y'all have to understand, y'all got to work with me here, okay? I'm trying. I showed them my pay stubs and all that. I didn't have no hang-ups on what I had going on, because I need them to understand that, look, I need y'all to be a team player. I need y'all to understand that I cannot come to the school with y'all acting up in school. I can't afford to get off my job and come up there, or afford for something bad to happen. Y'all stay out of trouble, because I can't afford for us to get legal fees for y'all going to juvie and having probation. Yeah. So just try and make this let's make it easy for all of us. Let's just be the best that we can be, and just hope and pray. No babies, please, ma'am. No babies, sir. And
no babies, please, ma'am.
Yeah, babies, sir. Just don't do that, please. I can't handle it. I can't. I'm literally I'm scooping that. I'm literally digging the lint out to pay for stuff. So
yeah.
Yeah. So I was very real with them. Every aspect of the way, I was real. There wasn't no Santa Claus. I bought that. Okay? There ain't no Santa Claus here. I don't know who you thought.
Dominique, you better know it.
See, nobody helped me, but it was me. So I want y'all to understand that. So, I that's how my mama was with us. And, hey, I never went to jail. I never had no bad. So, I felt like, okay.
That's what's up. I'm happy they had somebody like you there for them. I mean, this story is unbelievable. Like, I don't even know if you realize just how mind-blowing it is, but this is some Ellen couch type stuff. Like, you need to be sitting with Oprah and Ellen, getting a surprise $5,000 gift card from Walmart.
That would be lovely. But you know what, honestly, I feel like this is anybody. Well, in my mind, I always thought for family, anybody would do that, but everybody's like, no, nobody wouldn't really do that. But
that's what I thought.
But I don't know. I couldn't look in their eyes. I'm telling you, once they looked me in my eyes and they hugged me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, give me the paperwork. And it was just like I had to do it. I couldn't turn those kids away. And me and my mom felt out bad about them.
Mm-hmm. I know that was probably rough because y'all close.
We like this. So she felt like I was, she felt like I was giving somebody else my spot, her spot. She's always been number one in my life. I was always been number one in hers. So, for me to, take what they say more into consideration, and she's like, well, bitch, you mine. She was, you know, we fell out hard about that. It was a whole lot of stuff that I would not get into, but it was a lot of crazy shit. And it really brought out a different side of her that I've never seen. I just say I would never want to get on her bad side, because she can get there with you if she wants. So, but we moved past now. That's still my best friend. That's my queen. Now, she will never work. If I'm breathing, she'll never work. So, yeah.
Gotcha. I feel you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't even know what else to say about it. Where are the kids now?
They're back. They're actually back with their mom. Their mom finally got on her feet. What was supposed to be 2 weeks ended up being 8 years, but better late than never.
Yeah.
She has an apartment. She's doing for them. She's feeding them. She cooks every Sunday. Well, really 3 times a week for them. She still kind of battles with that alcoholism a little bit, but it still doesn't hinder her from being a parent to more self-sufficient kids. And they grown now. Like Fabian, he's 18, and he's 19, excuse me, and she's gonna be 18 this year. So they grown now, but better late than never. Hey, I'm proud of her. I love her. I'm so proud of everything that she's doing. She's moving up in the world. I forgive her for when she was calling them, trying to get them to turn on me, and I'm happy.
Yeah, I remember you said, did she cuss you out?
What that girl, that lady, man, it's hard, and I understand. Because it's hard to watch somebody else raise your children in your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it would have been Tom, Dick, or Harry, somebody way in Orlando or something, you ain't got to see it, but you. Yeah, you literally stay at my grandma's house. So they go to my grandma's house every weekend. So it's like, you're going to see me pick them up. You're going to see me, drop them off Wendy's and ooh, look at my new shoes, and look at this, look at that, look at this. And that feel good to a parent. That even if, because she never wanted to not raise her kids. She just chose, she just had an issue with alcohol. So it's hard to find somebody, and I used to be mad at her, but I understand, it's hard to see somebody else do your job and then get praised for it from everybody. And now everybody on Facebook is knowing that these kids are in your town and you're not taking care of your kids. So now I'm posting them for birthdays. I'm posting first day of school pictures and stuff. So people knowing that I have your kids and you're just out here like not, so, it's hard pill to swallow. So I'm not gonna fault her for that. I forgive her for that. When she cook, I'll come over. Shit, hey, what you got over here?
She better say you a plate, doggone
it. Yeah, she'll call me if I'm in. Hey, where you at? Yeah, I got this spaghetti over here. Oh yeah, I got these turkey wings. I got So we have a great relationship now. Also, we definitely do. It really all in the end came full circle, and we really have a great, a cordial relationship. I won't say we're great because I might be feeling that way, but she might. I don't know what she's feeling, but to my face, she's very cordial and nice. So I'm happy for her. I love her, and I love the kids, and I'm so happy for the kids. I'm happy to have attributed any way in their success or anything or if I've showed them anything, I hope that one thing I showed them, I hope they seen and they felt was love and sacrifice. Like I gave my life. And that's a big thing. I was a college student going into a medical field when I had them, and I gave it all away, because I want y'all to know I don't give a fuck if y'all have nobody else in this world, bitch. I love you. I don't care if your daddy won't never be here, your mama. I don't care if everybody in this house, in this world, turn on you. You can pick up that phone and you can call me, and you can bet when you wake up, and I'm gonna go to the end of the world to feed you, to make sure you have to anything y'all want to do. If y'all wanted to rap or anything, I just wanted to let them know that they had somebody because that's what I ever wanted, and that's what I got from my mom. So if I could give that to them, it really wasn't. It really felt good to do. It really did.
Yeah.
It really felt good to do.
You're so beautiful, Dominique.
We beautiful.
Inside and out, man. That's God.
That is.
That's God. Cause don't nobody give life or save people or go all out like that for people except for God. So when people do things like that they don't really benefit from at all, it's just nothing but God. So
Yeah, and I can also say that God did hold up his end of the bargain. He has, let me tell you something, God has been so good to me. I don't regret a thing. I would have did it all over again the same way because it really moved me where I needed to go in life. And I appreciate God for all the blessings that he's done. And when I didn't have anything and he made a way and all that, I appreciate that. And now I can make a way for myself and my family. And it feels so good. So I thank God for giving me the strength. It's really not about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just his vessel. It was really him through me to get through it. So I really appreciate, I always thank God for that. And I always think, I look up like, God, am I deserving of this? Like, God, really? Like, I appreciate it. Like, you gave me so much over my life and you continuing to do that. So I just definitely want to give God glory. If I don't do anything else today, give God the glory because it's really him. It's not me. I'm just a vessel that God moved my heart to do. And I appreciate him for returning the favor and giving me everything I lost, giving it back to me 10, 12, 1,000 folds. Yeah. So yeah.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, if there was more people like Dominique Maxwell in this world, let me tell you something, this world wouldn't be half as raggedy as it is.
And you too. You make a difference in a lot of people's world. This podcast, I know you have a lot of great things to say and a lot of things that people need to be getting to, and I pray that you continue to grow with your platform and get everything that you want and need in life. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's about. It's about advancing every day.
I appreciate that. Well,
yeah.
I believe I'll get there. I just got to keep going with it.
Like the Raji movie. When the man, he was broke and then he was stuck with he was supposed to stick with her. And then he ended up making millions of dollars when she left him.
God. Lord. Start with the A.
I don't know that. I've never seen the movie, but everybody keep talking about the movie. Like, what you think? Taraji was wrong? Was she right? I'm like, I don't know. But
what movie you talking about? It's what legally people who get divorced, sometimes one spouse, if they have more money, they have to pay to the other spouse in order to keep up the life that I forgot what that's
right.
called. That's the movie.
Right.
That's the name of the movie, but I'm sure people know what they talk about. Yeah. Personally, I mean, I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, I see where she's coming from, but she said over that whole time, she probably spent $1 million and he gave her 10.
Yeah.
So granted, she decided to leave and I get it, but he gave you 10 times what you spent.
You be 10 would have been, you would have gave me 10. I'm like, all right, thank you. Nice to see you. Because he really didn't have to do that.
He did.
He got out of the kindness of his heart. So, hey, that's why it's, get through that thick of it. Sometimes, it's good to get through the trenches with the one you love. If you really love somebody, you'll love them when they ain't got nothing, when they got the most,
Yeah.
You'll love them. You'll love them like to see LeBron James with his high school sweetheart, and see these people, Snoop Dogg been with his wife for 30 plus years, you hold them down, and they'll turn around and bless you. So that's what it's about.
Yep. I'm glad. I ain't gonna speak too much on it, but I got mine. I got mine.
You better talk your shit. That's right.
I love mine, and I'm gonna leave that where it's at. But I love you. You
I
mean
love
the
you.
world to me. I hope and I believe that God is going to continue to give you everything that you deserve and you want in this life. I mean, I think you are everything good, Dominique, that is in
You
life.
are. I love you. We are. We are everything. Let me tell you something. We need more people like us in the world.
For sure.
You know, I love you, and I just like I say, it's nothing but love. And you can my phone is always open. You can always call. If you want me to come back on here, if you want to talk about other stuff, I'm free to do that too.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to now.
Yes.
But I need to go to sleep so
Yes.
I can go to work because I'm still on that grind. And thank
Yes.
you for your time. I appreciate it. And
Thank you.
this is great. This is great.
Yes, I love you. You have a good day now.
All right, you too.
All right. Bye.